And in Parliament, Information, Communication and Digital Economy Cabinet Secretary William Kabogo has defended the government's decision to shut down live TV broadcast of the June 25th GenZ demo, saying it was important to protect children from watching the violence of the demos. Appearing before the National Assembly Committee on Delegated Legislation, CS Kabogo says that as long as demonstrators remain peaceful, the government will never switch off live broadcasting of protest. These as members of Parliament questioned the legality of the government's directive to bar live broadcasting of demos.
So maybe just a quick highlight.
Appearing before the National Assembly Committee on Delegated Legislation over the proposed Code of Conduct for Media Practice, Information, Communication and Digital Economy Cabinet Secretary William Kabogo defended the government's decision to ban live TV broadcast of last week's anti-government demos.
You realize that it went on for a while. As long as it was peaceful, it was happening. But when the violence became too much, the committee responsible for advising.
So please find space where you're not looking for it under watershed this or watershed that. Provide for circumstances in which live streaming can be stopped and when it cannot be stopped.
On the issue of what we expose our children to, in terms of the level of violence, and if you ask me why we did not do it earlier, is because that level of violence was not there. But I do agree with the Honourable Oluoch that we need to be specific on certain things, on when and how we can switch off.
The Cabinet Secretary also defended the Code of Conduct for Media Practice, saying the government aims to balance freedom and responsibility in the media sector. In the Code of Conduct proposed by the Ministry and currently before the National Assembly, journalists must identify themselves when gathering news and shall obtain documents, recordings or photographs only with the consent of the owner or subject. A regulation some MPs argue might curtail investigative journalism.
Unless it's a matter of grave concern, a journalist is not allowed to record you without informing you. They come with a hidden recording device or camera and all that.
Is it now the responsibility of the media house that ran the story, which was a comment made by someone? Are they now responsible for that person's utterances?
The committee will now invite media stakeholders to review the Code of Conduct for Media Practice. Gishoki Washira, Prime Edition.